The doctor said, you need emergency surgery tomorrow or you might not make it. That right there, that's a storytelling technique called in media res, which is just a fancy way of saying starting in the middle of the action. And that's the first of 3 powerful storytelling techniques I used in my last video, which not only helped hook the audience right from the start, but also contributed to an impressive 65 to 70% retention rate at the 30-second mark. In this video, I'm going to break down all 3 techniques in detail, what they are, why they work, and how you can use them in your own videos to keep viewers engaged from start to finish. Let's dive in. Let's break it down. What exactly is in media res, our first storytelling technique, and why should you as a YouTuber consider using it? In media res literally means into the middle of things. Instead of starting with a slow setup or backstory, you drop your audience straight into a high-stakes, emotionally charged, or action-packed moment, something that makes them sit up and say, whoa, what's happening here? And once you've got their attention, you can then pull back and fill in the missing details. That's exactly what I did in the last video. I opened with the doctor's shocking words, making viewers immediately wonder, wait, what happened? Why does he need emergency surgery? So why is this such a powerful technique for YouTubers? 1. Instant engagement. The first few seconds of your video are crucial for your audience retention. If you start slow, people might click away, but throwing them right into an intense or intriguing moment, they're more likely to stick around. 2. Curiosity hook. This technique creates an open loop. Viewers need to know what led to this moment, which keeps them watching. And 3. Stronger emotional connection. Whether it's suspense, excitement, or urgency, jumping into the action heightens emotions, making your story more compelling. People don't want a history lesson at the start of a YouTube video. They want something that pulls them in. In media res does exactly that. For technique number 2, I'll first play a before clip, then show you how I improved it using a simple but powerful storytelling technique. In that moment, everything became so clear. Life was fragile. I was surrounded by my closest friends and family, and I felt an overwhelming sense of gratitude, not just for them, but for the chance to keep going. That was a great moment in my story, but here's the thing, it could have even been better. And that's where the second powerful storytelling technique comes in. Show, don't tell. This is one of the most effective ways to make your audience feel what you felt rather than just telling them how you felt. Instead of simply stating that I felt grateful and surrounded by loved ones, in this new version of that clip, I show it with a small but meaningful detail. Watch the difference. In that moment, everything became so clear. Life was fragile. I was surrounded by my closest friends and family, and I knew it because instead of bringing me a random magazine or flowers, Ben brought me my favorite McDonald's cheeseburger and fries, just as my stomach growled with hunger pains. He placed the bag in my hands with a grin, like a hero coming to my rescue. The irony, Ben is a health practitioner. Of all people, he was the one handing me this greasy, guilty pleasure. I just stared at him for a second, shocked. Then, without a second thought, I tore into that burger like it was the best meal of my life. This works so well on YouTube because instead of just telling the audience how I felt, I showed it through actions and details. That small personal moment paints a picture in the viewer's mind and makes them feel like they're there with me. So the next time you're telling a story in a YouTube video, ask yourself, am I just saying how I felt, or am I painting a picture that lets the audience feel it with me? Technique number 3, the takeaway. Let's first watch how the original video ended. That day I learned 2 things. First, miracles are real. And second, no matter what challenges come our way, resilience and gratitude can turn even the hardest trials into the greatest blessings. So, my question to you is this: what moments have reminded you of the beauty and fragility of life? I'd love to hear your stories in the comments below. Let's cherish every moment while we're here. That right there is the final storytelling technique I used, the takeaway. Some people call it the resolution, the moral, or the lesson, but the idea is simple. It's the message you leave your audience with. When you tell a powerful story, you don't just want to end it. You want to give your audience something to walk away with. Whether it's a personal insight, a mindset shift, or a call to reflect, this is what makes your story truly impactful. In my case, I shared 2 things I learned from my experience. Miracles are real, and resilience and gratitude can turn even the hardest trials into blessings. That wasn't just a conclusion, it was the heart of the story. And this is where the moral comes in. The best stories don't just tell an experience, they reveal a universal truth that resonates with the audience. And the moral to my story: even in our toughest moments, there's an opportunity for growth, gratitude, and transformation. This is what makes a story stick, when the audience can see themselves in it and walk away with a deeper understanding of life, struggle, or success. So why is this such an important storytelling technique? 1, it gives your story purpose. A great story isn't just entertaining, it means something. The takeaway helps tie everything together and leaves the audience feeling like they gained value. 2, it makes your video more memorable. People may forget details, but they'll remember how your story made them feel. A strong resolution sticks with them long after they've watched. And 3, it creates deeper engagement. Now here's the key twist. My takeaway wasn't just a resolution. It also led into a call to action instead of simply ending. I invited my audience to reflect and share their own stories. What moments have reminded you of the beauty and fragility of life? This personal call to action makes the audience feel connected because they're not just watching my story, they're now thinking about their own. And when a story makes people feel personally involved, they're far more likely to engage. So, the next time you tell a story in a YouTube video, ask yourself, what's the moral of the story? What deeper truth or lesson do I want my audience to take away? If you can leave them with a powerful message and a reason to engage, your video won't just be watched, it will be felt, remembered, and shared. Now I'd love to hear from you. Which of these storytelling techniques do you already use in your videos? And which ones are you excited to try next? Drop a comment below and let's talk storytelling. And if you found this helpful, let me know. Would you like me to break down more storytelling techniques in future videos? There are so many layers to storytelling, and I'd love to dive even deeper if that's something you want. Just comment more storytelling below and I'll make it happen. Until next time, keep creating, keep sharing, and I'll see you in the next video.